Hi everyone, it's me, Danielle. It's another week, another exciting new bunch of spirit guides I got to see. This one was kind of different. I decided to do my meditation in my bedroom because, I do it here. I think that my bedroom's got more portals and stuff that I use. I actually use them, so I thought maybe I'll just do it in there because I actually see a lot more in my room. So I changed that up a little bit, change of scenery. Um, and this week I saw some guides that were really different. So I'm going to actually do it differently this time. I'm going to be splicing in my meditation and then stopping to talk about what I saw and show the drawing then because I actually drew two of the guides this time. Um, so let me put in the meditation. I'm still going to timestamp it, so anyone who wants to skip the meditation can, but these ones are really different. And something happens in with the second guide that I've never seen before, and it's really different. So stay tuned. I ask my guides to help me connect to the guides of my client. I'm seeing a male. Looks like he's wearing sunglasses and has a beard. Are you a relative of my client's or a guide? Looked like I was seeing a forest or trees, a lot of trees. Are you a loved one? There's more people coming. Like a lot of people. Am I seeing my clients' guides, or are these because she's works as a psychic? Are these spirits around? I'd like to see my client's main guide. And of course, if there's any attachments, let me see that too. I'm seeing green. What is that? Um, it's really interesting. I'm seeing greens mostly, but it's kind of reminding me of like fern, like the plant, something organic, nature based. I mean, it doesn't mean it's on this planet, uh, this nature, but uh, organic, like a plant material. But I'm trying to see why I'm seeing it. Are you a guide? Green for yes, red for no. What is this? I mean, it's a consciousness, you know. It's pretty. I'm still watching this thing. It's like kind of goes through colors, like kaleidoscoping colors. It's very interesting. I don't know if I can get any answers from it. Are you a guide? Green for yes, red for no. Colors don't really stay anyways. It's like if I said the colors, it's like magentas, greens, blues. It's sort of cycling through. So now I'm wondering if I'm looking at something that's just an energy form. Are you my client's higher self? Can you give me a color? Yes or no? Green for yes. It's spiraling. It's still changing colors. This is interesting. Okay, so this guide, I've not seen anything like it before. However, I have seen ETs that looked like plant and biological. I think plants are biological. Well, I'm not really sure. But anyways, I've seen things that were like plants with teeth type deals, and I've seen even kind of in the fairy dimension, little beings that were like twigs with leaves, but they were little beings, you know. So I don't know. They're like hybrids of plants and other genetic material. I'm not sure. This one I think is very high vibration, very high frequency. I would say above ninth, but possibly 12th. Um, it says that it is somewhat physical. It's not just energy, though. So I think that's why there was like all the changing of colors and everything. Let me share what the drawing looked like. Okay, so when I was looking at it at first, I always see colors and it's like the aura. This one, the colors change. And what I was seeing, it looked like fern fronds and reminded me also of snowflake and what else? Well, a kaleidoscope with the colors. Um, it was so different. Oh, I know. Sacred geometry. I added some Fibonacci sequence kind of in the background. You might be able to pick up on it maybe in another color. So see, here you could see the Fibonacci type sacred geometry happening with this being. I saved it with different color backgrounds because it was shifting so much. I mean, it shifted more than even in than these colors that I'm showing, but the interesting thing is, I mean, it predominantly was kind of in the greens. The interesting thing was that um, my client, she says that when she meditates, she sees a lot of colors, lights, and she said triangles. I think that she's seeing her guides already and she doesn't realize it because they're not, you know, with a face and a, you know what I mean? Like it took me a minute. I'm looking at it going, what are you? What am I dealing with? And it took me a minute to realize, oh, you're the guide. But it only gets stranger. And so I'm going to go back to the meditation because the next one, I don't even know what it is either. So let's get back to it. Is there something you would like to tell my client? Yes. Can you show me? Okay, I'm starting to see real clear images. Old papers, maps. Is there a place you want me to show her or tell her about? I always see this. It's always kind of starts off like this, where it's like old papers and maps. I don't know why I always see this. Does that mean travel? I'm just waiting while images are flashing and making some notes of what I already have seen. Meanwhile, till something starts clicking here. Is there another guide that wants to come forward? For my client, please. There's a purple color. I think I'm seeing an animal. A seal? Are you a seal or an otter? Beaver? No, otter. Otter, yeah. Sorry about that. Is that a dog? Oh no, a raccoon. Is there anyone else that would like to come forward for my client while I'm connected? I'd like to see some more of her guides as well. Is that an alligator? Thank you. I'd like to see the team that she came in with. I'm sure there's ones that work with her, but I'd like to see the lifelong team. Please. All right. Something in purple, a purple color. What is that? Wow. Like everything just lit up and then it's coming in like pulses. Or am I looking underwater? It's like light. So I'm seeing the silhouette of something and it looks like it's underwater. So it's like the light flashes and I see the silhouette of it from below. And then the light goes away and it keeps doing that. Like, I don't know why and then it does it to my whole field where the light, what is that? Wow, weird. Is this a guide on a water planet? Can I see you better? I'm not sure this has a physical form either. Very interesting, these guides. Is this green for yes, red for no? Are you my client? Yeah. Where does she feel you when you're communicating with her? Channeling. Does she channel you? Okay, so I start seeing the second guide. It looks to be in water, with this, it's like a purple aura, purple planet, I don't know. And a light is behind it, and it's kind of a strobing or pulsing light. I'm going to show you what it looked like because I did a quick little representation of it. But honestly, this is what it looked like. Now, I don't know, that it reminds me kind of like, and in my mind, I was thinking genetic material, protozoa, building blocks, it really reminded me of when you're making a balloon animal and you start twisting the balloon. This is how I saw it, as a silhouette in this water with this strobing light behind it. Okay. Now, the crazy part was I was wearing, obviously, my mask, and every time the light strobed, um, my mask filled with light from my eyes. So it's like the light entered my third eye and came out my physical eyes inside the mask. I don't even know, like, I've not experienced that before. So I was like actually touching the edges of my mask, trying to make sure that light wasn't coming in from the edges and that it was, seated onto my face. Um, so very different. I don't really know the energy that like accompanied this being was very different as far as like how kind of strong it was. And I have no idea what it was. But she feels it in the throat, like she channels from this being. And I think you saw that all the animals came together, the otter, the raccoon, the alligator. Um, they're all, we have our guides, which I want to say more than half the time is actually us from another time, another life, helping ourselves out here. And if it's not us, then it's usually a loved one from another life. So, but usually it is, uh, I mean, more than half the time. So seems like 60, 70% of the time it seems to be, another version of us. Anyways, the the third guide also is different. I'll just tell you what I saw. I saw a spiral of stars in greens and oranges. And I was like, are you kidding me? There's this other non-physical guide for her. And so I just asked it, do you ever shift into a physical form? Or are you always this like energy light type being? And I saw a gray. So from what I understand, it wears this gray avatar suit to appear physical sometimes. And I've heard that before about the short grays, that they are basically like something that a consciousness can go into to appear physical, but it's not actually, they call them sometimes clones, or I don't know. I don't know another word for it. But anyways, so that was the guides for this week. I'm always learning something new, um, and getting to meet just new beings that I've not seen before. And it did turn out that the word Magellan popped in my head when I was looking at the maps. And apparently, my client was aboard the ship as a young male with Magellan. So, don't know if she was related or just happened to be part of the crew. But when I did look up Magellan, I saw that there were, mutinies on board and all sorts of things happened with this crew. So maybe I was seeing something about this so that she can investigate. I usually I will see if there's a past life trauma. I'll see what it was like and what chakra that they need to kind of clear out. I didn't see that this time. So when I did tell my client, she told me that she doesn't swim and she sinks like a rock. So possibly this makes sense to her that there might be some sort of drowning or something that she should investigate and clear out. Anyways, that was it for this week. Um, I'm always excited and very appreciative for the beings that I get to meet and the experiences. Like I am connecting to different energies all the time, and it's really just broadening my own experiences so that I can do what I do better. So, anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope everyone has a really beautiful week. All right, bye. All right, can I get a third guide? When I might be able to draw? from her permanent team, the one she came in with. That would be great. Seeing a big amount of one color. It's uh, blue, green, turquoise. There's like some yellowy gold color in the center. It's like looking, radiating like a star. Let's see if anything comes out of there or if I'm looking at it again. uh, are you her guide? Green for yes, red for no. Now the color just changed, almost orange. Are you her third guide? Um, I mean, again, I'm not seeing a being that I recognize because it looks like a spinning bunch of glittery stars, but bigger and in multicolor. It's pretty. I think this person is very interesting because the guides are not being very physical. They're very like elements almost. Does how does she are you also my client? Green for yes. And where does she feel you? Gut. I almost saw a face in there. Now, do you take a physical form? An ET form? Can I see that form better? Big eyes. What color skin? Are you a gray? Yeah? I'll ask my pendulum. Thank you. Thank you, all the guides who helped me.